Friday. So after some freaking trial and error with this daggum tripod, I can finally get moving. The time is 7:19, and I'm freaking tired. But that's okay. I was looking for like any excuse to not come hit this leg day today. I don't know. Just wasn't really feeling it when I woke up. I was just like, man, I'm super tired. I started like saying, oh well, I wanted to squat today, but I don't really have much time to eat, so I don't know if it's gonna be a good squat day if I don't have time to eat. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of start looking for any sort of flaw in the plan. You try to make a mountain out of a molehill with it, just to not do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was trying my absolute hardest to avoid this morning, was that little voice in the back of my head saying, hey, you don't need this right now. You can do it afterwards. Which, honestly, I probably could do afterwards, but this has been the plan, and I want to stick to the plan. That's exactly what we're freaking doing. But today, we're probably going to start with some leg extensions. So I think that's going to be the initial lift, initial movement. And I think after that, we're just going to go straight into hamstring curls. It's kind of like a dynamic duo leg days. So we're going to start with those, and then after that, I'm going to see kind of how my hips and knees are feeling. I kind of want to squat, but I don't know if my body wants to squat. So there's always what's the word I'm looking for? There's always not a, I don't know, symphony sometimes between your head and your mind, or your mind and your body. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they work in the opposite direction. Sometimes your mind says something and your body does the other thing, or sometimes your body does something but your mind will need to do something else. So that's kind of how I'm kind of going about this potential squat or leg press day. I'm not sure. So we're gonna get in there. We're gonna see how we feel, see how our knees are feeling. It's kind of the most important part. See how our hips are feeling. It's about second most important. Which is honestly, I've never had hip issues until this year. Whenever I first started squatting again, because I kind of took a little hiatus from squatting because there was a pain from my left lower back all the way down to my toes in my left leg, and I was like, I'm not squatting. I think it was just like some sort of nerve ending, because you have stuff that goes from like mid torso, or like your waistline to your feet. You know, like there's a bunch of stuff that connects and a bunch of vital stuff in there. It's like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to really kind of risk it for minimal gain. So I just didn't do squats. Obviously, I continued to hit legs with leg extensions, leg curls, the occasional light RDL, just stuff like that. I just wasn't squatting. And then as of probably 2 months ago, maybe not even that, probably 2 months actually, I'd say around 2 months, I'm like, I need to start getting into squatting again. So that's exactly what I did. I freaking load up with the plate, go to do my first rep, and I'm like, wow, that felt pretty freaking heavy, I can't lie. And so then I throw another plate, 225, go to do my first rep, 225. I'm like, man, I know why it's so heavy. My freaking hips are about as tight as a bone. You know, like there's just zero flexion going on right now the way I need it to. And it was absolutely terrible. But that's kind of where it kind of started with hip issues. was right around there. Obviously, the more I went, because I worked up to 315 that day, and it felt like a million pounds. But anyway, that first one was really bad. That first squat session was really bad. And then after that, like second one, a little better. Third one was a little better. My hips started getting loose again. By the time I was at like my fifth, sixth squat session, I was feeling actually pretty good. But like no pain, minimal pain in my hips, no pain in my nerve or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it got better with time, but we're at the freaking gym, so I think I'm just gonna get out of here. All right. Well, first set, 7:10. I don't know. I might do one more, a little lighter, but it felt okay. Alrighty, second set here. No belt this time, but still 6 plates. Let's go for just as many as possible. Oh, perfect song. Heck yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay. Whew. That was a pretty good set. Probably gonna move on to some leg extensions, leg curls, and then we're probably gonna be done. Kind of on a time crunch today, but still gonna get in what I can. So let's just move on. Alrighty, so I just did a set of quad extensions, but my phone storage ran out, so I had to delete some stuff, and now a couple more here. So full stack. Whew. Yeah, we're gonna hit a couple of those alternating back and forth. Probably one more, then we're gonna have to leave. But still a good day nonetheless. I think we're just gonna keep going. Okay. One more. Okay. Yeah, let's go pose down. I'm done. Gotta get rolling, so let's make it quick. Alrighty, so although quick, still a pretty ruthless chest day, so let's freaking get down to it. These pants are kind of tight, so it looks kind of sick in the legs or in the pants. I think it's to the point where I feel like I'm literally about to explode out of my pants. It's kind of the whole goal. I think I'll do the shorts. Yeah, that feels awesome. How's that look up there? Zoom in a little more. Really get a shot. Oh, yeah. Separation right there, starting to really poke through, which is like perfect. But no, short leg day, but still pretty. Like I said, pretty ruthless. Just kind of, we have these days like this where you're kind of in that time crunch. The best thing I've learned is just not really take a break. Like when you start your first set of the whole workout, you don't want to go more than a minute and a half between the next one, and that's with everything. I mean, like I did that 710 a leg press, maybe like 4 or 5. Pretty bad set, honestly. Like felt good, but not how many I want. Within about 2 minutes, I was under, 6 plates, whatever that is. So, or I guess 12 plates, 6 each side. But yeah, I just gotta kind of really keep the intensity up on days like today. So that's all I got. Let's freaking get out of here.